I'm Romero Lubambo, a guitar player from Brazil, and I'm here to talk about a little bit about the Bossa Nova played on guitar. So what I'm going to do is to choose a lot of patterns from the chordal side of the Bossa Nova, the harmonic side of the Bossa Nova, and some rhythmic pattern of Bossa Nova also, and put them together so you can practice at home and hopefully learn a little bit more about this type of music from Brazil. Thank you very much. Well, to start the basic thing of Bossa Nova, we have to understand the way it was created and the way we play the chords. It's very different from, for example, playing phrases, different from playing jazz phrases or from playing things with a pick, rock and roll or other type of music. The Bossa Nova, normally we play chords, we come playing chords, playing the three fingers together, plucking the three strings together and the bass notes with the thumb. So that would be a basic thing for the Bossa Nova playing. So the thumb and then those three fingers together playing the chords. So I wrote some patterns of chords, harmonic patterns of chords that will help you to practice that. So I'm going to show the first rhythmic pattern for you to use throughout this whole first part of the video. The first and simple and very effective rhythmic pattern from Bossa Nova would be something like this. So as I said, those three, plucking the chord, the strings here as a chord, and the thumb playing the bass. In this case of this pattern, the bass is always on the downbeat, a quarter note, toom, toom, always there, you know, like a metronome. So the first pattern that I wrote would be exactly this. Again. Again. All those patterns I wrote so you can always do a loop with those patterns, so you can finish one and go back to the beginning. They go well like that. Again. Maybe you noticed that most of the chords we use the second, third, and fourth strings. I don't use, right now, so far, not using the first string so much. Later we're going to see examples that we're going to use this first string also to change the sound, the color of the chords. But right now, mainly I'm plugging the second, third, and fourth string on the guitar. So the fifth pattern would be something like this. Again. Again. Those two chords are very useful in bossa nova playing, you know, this A minor 7, G7, 9. We're going to see that a lot in this whole hour that we have together. Again. Okay, now I'd like to play a tune with a very special trio of mine called Trio da Paz, and I'd like to call my friends Nilson Mata on bass and Duduca da Fonseca on drums to play a bossa nova for you. For this next sequence of patterns, I have 3 more rhythms that you can use for the bossa nova. We saw in the first part, we saw the basic one, the basic rhythm that you can already play the bossa nova. But now we have 3 more ideas, and they are all similar to the first one. But if you use a different rhythm like this, you can create bossa nova more interesting. You can change from one part of the tune to another part of the tune. You can use 2 different rhythms. So I'm going to show you the 3 new ones. And the first one would be like this. So the idea now is to give you 8 patterns, 8 different patterns from the other part. And the ideal situation would be for you to try and to practice all the 8 patterns with those 3 different rhythms that I just showed. I'm not going to do all the rhythms with all the patterns, but it's up to you to do that. It's very important that you really use 3 different rhythms with each one of those 8 patterns. Okay? So the first sequence of chords, the first harmonic pattern would be one that we saw before in the part before, but I was using the 2nd, 3rd, and 4th string there in the first part. And now we are going to use the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd string. So the chords are going to sound very different now, which is a good thing. Sometimes we want to, from one part to the other of the tune, we want to sound different. So let's play the first pattern now. In this first one, I'm going to play each one of those rhythms. So this one was using the first rhythm that I explained to you. Now I'm going to do the same pattern using the second idea, rhythmic idea that I showed you. Now the same pattern, the same first pattern, using the third rhythm idea that I passed to you. So we can see that those patterns are similar but different. So using that in a tune would bring some different colors. The other patterns in this part, from the second to the eighth, I'm going to play only with one rhythmic pattern, but you should use all the three patterns, rhythmic patterns I just showed you. Okay, so the second pattern would be, harmonic pattern would be like this. Again. 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 one person that we have to really talk about when you talk about guitar, bossa nova guitar, is João Gilberto. João Gilberto brought to the guitar really something incredible, you know. He brought what we call in Brazil a batida da bossa nova, the rhythmic pattern in the guitar for the bossa nova. So in the beginning it was very simple and very precise, his idea of the bossa novas. Like this. And with this he could really carry a whole group with this idea, you know, just with this precise rhythm. And then later, like a few years later, he incorporated some other ideas of partido alto and things like that. So he started playing a little bit differently, but also beautifully, like this. Something like that. The other person that came in the 50s also, very importantly, was Luiz Bonfá. He would play like not only the chord, the three notes chord, but some notes bringing from the classical idea to the bossa nova. Other person that was very important, very famous until today is Baden-Powell. Baden-Powell was much more aggressive player. He was like very rhythmic player. He would like he would really bring a lot of the rhythmic thing to the guitar and aggressively in a very nice way. And there is many other guitar players that we can talk about, Hélio Delmiro and many others. One person that I like a lot personally is Toninho Horta, thing like he can be very complicated with the chords, but when he comes to the bossa nova, his pattern is like the João Gilberto's simplicity, but precise and beautiful sound. So those is just some ideas of different players from Brazil. There is many more, Hélio Delmiro and many other people, but those I think were very important for us. In this next sequence, we are going to talk about those guitar players. As I said before, they have different ways of playing the same music. So the first one we're going to talk again about is João Gilberto. So the sequence of chords would be like that. second part, and as I said before, would be something like this. We organized a lot of other things, but there is a root there that's very strong that João brought to the guitar playing, mainly for the bossa nova thing. Next one would be Luiz Bonfá. Luiz Bonfá was an incredible guitar player. He is an incredible guitar player, and he's an incredible composer. He did so much for the Brazilian music also. And I wrote some chords for us to have an idea about his playing. He brought some classical influences of some lines for the bossa nova. Next one is Baden Powell. He's a very extremely complicated, beautiful player, and difficult to copy, you know, difficult to try to imitate. But I wrote two sets of chords here to try to set the difference between Baden and the other guys. So let's see how it sounds. Another one example that Baden would do would be like this. Again. So again, this aggressive, he can be mellow also, but he was very famous for this type of rhythmic, alive. He was very alive all the time, an incredible player. The last one, not that is only those, but this, I'm going to talk about Toninho Horta just a little bit. Toninho is a very complicated player also. He's an incredible player. His chords are like only he can do it, you know, he can play them. But when he plays bossa nova, he plays that simple pattern that João Gilberto started. He likes that a lot, with a beautiful guitar sound. So I wrote just a sequence of chords for you, just for explain that. So it would be like this. Now I'd like to call my friends Nilson Mata on bass and Duduca da Fonseca on drums again to play one more song for you. This song is called This Is for Luisa and was written by Nilson Mata. Now we're going to talk a little bit about the history of the Bossa Nova, as far as I understand. In the year of the 40s in Brazil, we had only like chorinhos and other Latin rhythms. And of course, we had the samba. The samba was a street type of thing with a lot of people dancing and singing. In the 40s, people like o Garoto, for example, a guitar player called Garoto, started like changing his compositions, bringing to Brazilian music a little bit of the jazz, American jazz influence. So this started changing a lot. And in the 50s, then came João Gilberto. João Gilberto came from Bahia to Rio, and he started like playing the guitar with that very characteristic type of rhythm on the guitar. And Tom Jobim and Carlos Lyra and all those great from Bossa Nova. But the idea of the Bossa Nova thing at that time, this came from the samba, the street samba. Actually, the Bossa Nova, the written Bossa Nova and samba, they have the same root, the same type of rhythm. Just Bossa Nova is something much more soft, something much more interesting in terms of harmony and melodies. So instead of a chord like this, they start playing softer, like, and changing the chords to. This is the sound of Bossa Nova, which is the same rhythm. One good idea that we can take from this lesson is, for example, you can take the work of the surdo. This would be the surdo. The surdo would be those big drums that they play in Escola de Samba. They play normally hanging with the guys, and they boom, tuk, boom. That's the basic sound of a Escola de Samba. So you can play like a surdo. In this way, you play the note of the chord, the bass note of the chord, and the fifth. So it would be like. So adds a very interesting rhythmic thing if you do that, because you go back to the surdo idea. And so from all this, from this historical thing, and for this fact, we can listen to the Escola de Samba with more careful now and try to get as much as you can hear. Is more important for you. You can try to get all those hits from those different instruments and put them in the guitar playing. In this next part, we are going to do some examples of how you can put some melodies to work with chords. Not only a sequence of chords, but to use some melodies, as I said before. So I wrote 8 patterns of chords, but with the melody on top. So just to give you examples of how to use them. And I'm going to play them for you. So the first one, I'm going to play without the melody, just for you to hear the chords, and then I play with the melody, just to see the difference. So the chords would be like this. Now I'm going to play with the melody, the same chords, but with the melody on top, to change the colors. Let's see how it sounds. Again. So the second pattern would be sounding like this. I'm going to play with the melody already. Again. The next one is I'm going to play with that thing of using the second strings or the first string with different chords that I never played before. So let's see how it sounds. Using the first string. Again. So the idea is to take all those ideas and make your own melody for different sequence of chords that you come up with. If you have to play a song, think about that, think about this embellishment that you can have with those melodies. It's not easy in the beginning, but you can get there. So let's see pattern number 8. Again. Okay, thank you very much for your attention. I hope I could be of some help for you guys. I hope you learned something and you can continue your music life a little bit better from now on. And I would like to leave you with a special song, and I'm going to play with a very special person, my beautiful wife, Pamela Driggs.
Love and joy and sun, that even winter becomes undone. Then with one kiss and one embrace, spring takes over this frozen place. The light that's in your smile spreads a glow that's seen for miles, a rosy glow like the dawn, chasing darkness until it's gone, revealing flowers in the grass. Spring is here, winter couldn't last. Day by day, life's waking up with each breath of spring. Day by day, life's showing how to break through winter's ice with soft sunlight, to blossom in the warmth of spring and the love you bring. Day by day, life's waking up with each breath of spring.